How are you all doing? Right, something a little bit different today. Clayton enjoyed the wires that I did for the Fortress the other day. Clayton was struggling to get underneath, and he says, I need a finer wire to get underneath, can you help me? So I came up with something, and he's as pleased as punch. So thanks for your feedback, Clayton, much appreciated. Now, Kevin Banks asked me the same question. It was struggling, and also my good friend Chris Hansen. I hope you're all well. Talking about Fortress wires now. So Fortress wires, let's have a little look. This is for the bolt on the, you see the tiny little profile. This is for the bolt on the left. Okay, that's why it bends like that. So, ERA Fortress, we all know what it is. Now I need to try and get that, as you can see, sort of just above midpoint of the keyway, so you can get to lift the highest lever in this pack, which is a 1. So I need to get all the way up there. That's why you need that sort of height. You can pass through your curtain no problem, because it's nice and shallow, thin as it possibly can, so you can try and get under the levers. So guys asked me, can you do something to help me trying to pick these bloody locks? So I thought, what can we do? What can we do? So I thought, yes, we can. We all need the same height, but let's start looking at some different tiny little profiles. As you can see with these three, they're slowly getting thinner and thinner and thinner and thinner. They're as tight as curves as you can get on them. I can't get any tighter than that. I'm in bloody fresh air. Now we go all the way down to, that's 1.4. That's 1.4 mil. You won't want to go much thinner than that, because you start to get flex out when you start to pick, because of the distance. So 1.4, it's like bloody fresh air. Fortress height though, picks your hours and whatnot. Then we get on to the green one, 1.5. So you get a bit more rigidity. It doesn't bend out so much, but you get that slightly thinner profile to get underneath the Fortress. And then the classic, the 1.6. Same sort of wire. So you get 3 different chances at it, for the bolt on the left, and again for the bolt on the right. It's just getting those, as you can see, I haven't got huge fingers, guys. I've got mucky fingers, but the profiles on those, I can't get it any thinner. Look, guys, it's as thin as a hair almost. I can't make them any thinner than that. They're on fresh air. So I've done my best for you guys. I hope these help. As I said, they're all sort of Fortress heights, that medium, slightly high medium. The other thing to remember, guys, and a lot of probably don't know this, but hasn't times moved on, eh? Does that look like a cut down key to you? It's my new curtain picture. Right, what I want to talk about is this distance here. They're all 5 and 7 gauge. We all know the gauge is very similar to what you get out there, but lots of different pick makers make this different, this distance here different. So what can happen is, when you buy an F wire, say, it'll suit their tools to a degree, but it won't suit maybe yours, because your tool could be thinner or thicker. Even by a little bit of a mil, you can struggle sometimes. So things to consider. Now, this is my 5 gauge. What we do is we put, let's grab hold of something. We've got over here. You get chub. You all know these buggers are quite a tight keyway, aren't they? So you need to have to pass all the way through the keyway. And we get loads of room at the back. Okay, so what we do is we can fish around the back, go to that curtain, get right on that curtain edge. If I can try and wiggle around the camera, so we are right on the curtain edge. We wanted to, how we can fish pick, or we get a little collar. I'm going to drop him on there. There you go. We can adjust this so it'll fit the chub. And then when you get onto your Fortresses and your Yales and your whatever else, that collar will sit it in position for you, so you haven't got to fish about. So it'll be perfectly on the back of that curtain. And if you didn't need any more room, you can just take the collar off. It gives you that extra chance, both with 5 and 7 gauge. I mean, also, no bolts no more, no bolts, no cut down key. We've got this system now where we can lock this off. I don't really like sliding bars, and that's why I wanted to come up with something like this. I want to be able to fix it so there's no slop, because when you drop on and off levers and you're just taking a little bit of pressure off, sometimes you get a bit of slop in the bar that you've got and you can lose it. So I wanted to opt for this. It was a pain in the arse to do, as you can imagine. All this is stainless steel, 304 stainless steel, the old bloody lot, even the tip, apart from the bit of silver in the end. All stainless. That's a 5 and a 7 gauge. So it's this 7 seem similar. Can you hear it rocking away? Okay, so Chris, Kevin, and thank you, Clayton. Thanks for your inspiration to ask me to try and help you out, and hopefully we can come up with something as shallow as this to try and get through some of those fortresses and real tight low levers. It won't get more, of course it won't. That's why you get pre-lifters to help you through those, but give you an extra little edge, an extra chance. And remember, at the end of the day, guys, it's these things that pick the locks. Tension tools, just tension them. It's the wires that do all the work. If you can get at it and you can move about, you've got a fair chance of getting through it. Anyway, guys, stay safe, stay well, and I'll give you an update as soon as I can. Take it easy. Ta-da!